Are you eating clean, avoiding junk food, maybe even drinking more water, and yet your stomach still feels tight, swollen, and uncomfortable? That heavy, bloated feeling? It's not just frustrating, it's your body trying to send you a signal. And here's the surprising truth. Bloating is not just about what you ate, it's about how your body is processing, fermenting, and moving that food through your digestive system. Here's what's really going on inside your body. When digestion slows down, whether due to stress, poor enzyme production, low stomach acid, or an imbalance in gut bacteria, food begins to sit longer than it should. And when food sits, it ferments. Think of your digestive system like a highway. When traffic is flowing smoothly, everything moves efficiently. But when there's a blockage, everything backs up. Pressure builds, gas accumulates, and that's when you feel that tightness, discomfort, and visible bloating. Now here's where most people get it wrong. They try to avoid foods, cutting carbs, skipping vegetables, blaming dairy, but they never address the root cause: sluggish digestion, poor gut motility, imbalanced gut bacteria, or even stress-driven hormonal shifts like elevated cortisol, and this is why bloating keeps coming back, no matter how healthy you eat. But what if you could support your digestion within minutes? Not with medications, not with complicated protocols, but with simple, natural drinks that activate your body's own digestive intelligence. Today, I'm going to walk you through 4 powerful science-backed drinks that can help reduce bloating in as little as 2 minutes by targeting the actual root causes inside your body. These are not random home remedies. Each drink works through a specific physiological mechanism, stimulating stomach acid, activating digestive enzymes, relaxing intestinal muscles, or reducing fermentation and gas buildup. And the best part? You can make every single one of them in your own kitchen in under 60 seconds. By the end of this video, you won't just know what to drink, you'll understand why it works, so you can take control of your digestion, reduce bloating naturally, and feel lighter, more energized, and more in tune with your body. Let's start with the first, and arguably the most powerful drink for immediate bloating relief. A simple combination of warm water and fresh lemon. Now, at first glance, this sounds almost too basic to be effective, but this is where understanding physiology changes everything. Here's what's really going on inside your body. When you eat food, your stomach is supposed to release hydrochloric acid, a very strong acid that breaks down proteins, activates digestive enzymes, and signals the rest of your digestive system to start moving. But in many people today, especially those under chronic stress, stomach acid production is actually too low, not too high. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine trying to dissolve food in a sink full of water. If the water is strong and active, food breaks down quickly. But if the solution is weak, food just sits there. And when food sits, it ferments. That fermentation produces gas. That gas creates pressure. And that pressure is what you feel as bloating. So the real issue isn't always what you ate, it's whether your body had enough digestive power to break it down efficiently. This is where lemon water comes in. Even though lemon tastes acidic, once it enters the body, it actually helps stimulate your stomach to produce more natural acid. It essentially wakes up your digestive system. What the research shows is that sour compounds, like those found in lemon, activate receptors in your digestive tract that trigger acid secretion and improve gastric motility. In simple terms, it gets things moving again. And when movement improves, bloating starts to go down, often within minutes. Now here's exactly how to use it. Take a glass of warm water, not cold, because cold water can slow digestion. Squeeze in half a fresh lemon. Drink it slowly, ideally right after a meal or the moment you start feeling bloated. Within a short time, many people notice a subtle shift. Less pressure, less heaviness, and a more relaxed abdomen. But there's another powerful layer to this. Lemon water also supports the liver and bile flow, and bile is critical for breaking down fats. When fat digestion is sluggish, it can sit in the stomach longer, again leading to delayed emptying and gas buildup. So by supporting both stomach acid and bile flow, this simple drink targets 2 major root causes of bloating at once. Now, one important note, if you're someone who experiences acid reflux, this might sound counterintuitive, but in many cases, reflux is actually caused by low stomach acid, not high. When acid is too low, the valve at the top of your stomach doesn't close properly, allowing contents to move upward. By gently supporting acid production, you may actually improve that function over time. Now, I want to say this clearly. This is not about masking symptoms. This is about restoring your body's natural digestive rhythm. And once that rhythm is restored, bloating doesn't just improve, it stops happening in the first place. If this is making sense so far, and you're starting to see your digestion differently, consider subscribing, because I break down complex health topics like this every day into simple tools you can actually use. Now let's move to the second drink. And this one works in a completely different way. Instead of stimulating acid, it directly calms the gut and releases trapped gas almost instantly. The second drink works in a completely different way. Instead of activating digestion, it helps release trapped gas and relax your intestinal muscles almost immediately. And that drink is peppermint tea. Now again, this might sound simple, but the mechanism behind it is incredibly powerful. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Bloating isn't always just about food sitting in your stomach. Sometimes it's about gas getting trapped in your intestines. And when that gas can't move, it builds pressure. It stretches the intestinal walls. And that stretching triggers discomfort, tightness, and even visible swelling in your abdomen. Now here's the key problem most people don't realize. Your intestines are lined with smooth muscle, and those muscles need to contract and relax in a coordinated rhythm to move gas and food forward. But when you're stressed, dehydrated, or dealing with gut irritation, those muscles can become tight and uncoordinated. Think of it like a clenched fist. If your gut is clenched, nothing moves smoothly. Gas gets stuck, pressure builds, and bloating gets worse. This is where peppermint becomes incredibly effective. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Peppermint acts like a natural muscle relaxer for your digestive tract. It helps your intestines go from a tight, tense state into a relaxed, flowing state. And when that happens, gas can finally move. Pressure is released, and bloating starts to go down, sometimes within minutes. What the research shows is that peppermint contains a compound called menthol, which directly relaxes the smooth muscles of the gastrointestinal tract. It also helps reduce spasms and improves the overall coordination of gut movement, something known as motility. This is why peppermint has been widely used in digestive conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, where bloating and gas are major symptoms. Now here's exactly how to use it. Take a cup of hot water, add a peppermint tea bag, or even better, fresh peppermint leaves if you have them. Let it steep for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then drink it slowly. But here's the key. Don't rush it. Sip it. Because part of the benefit also comes from activating your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. The slower you drink, the more your body shifts into a relaxed state, which further supports digestion. Now here's something even more interesting. Peppermint doesn't just help with gas movement. It can also reduce the sensation of bloating, meaning even if some gas is still present, your gut becomes less sensitive to it, so you feel better faster. But there's one important caveat. If you struggle with frequent acid reflux, peppermint may not be ideal for you because it can relax the valve between your stomach and esophagus, potentially making reflux symptoms worse in some people. For everyone else, this is one of the fastest, safest, and most effective natural tools to reduce bloating on demand. So now you've seen two powerful strategies, one that stimulates digestion and one that relaxes the gut and releases gas. But what if the problem is deeper? What if your bloating is coming from imbalanced gut bacteria and fermentation happening inside your intestines? That's exactly what we're going to address in the next section. And this third drink might surprise you. The third drink tackles a different, often overlooked cause of bloating: imbalanced gut bacteria and fermentation. Here's what's really happening inside your body. When the delicate ecosystem of bacteria in your intestines is off balance, either due to antibiotics, poor diet, or stress, certain bacteria can start overproducing gas. Think of it like a crowded factory. When everyone is working efficiently, products flow smoothly. But if one department goes rogue, it produces too much, clogs the system, and slows down the rest of the operation. In your gut, that overproduction shows up as bloating, flatulence, and discomfort, even after a small meal. Now here's the science-backed solution. A simple warm ginger and fennel infusion. Ginger is not just a spice. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory and digestive regulator. It accelerates gastric emptying, meaning your food moves faster through the stomach. Faster movement reduces the chance for bacterial fermentation to produce gas. Fennel, on the other hand, acts as a carminative, a natural agent that helps the gut expel gas. Studies show fennel can relax the intestinal muscles, reduce spasms, and directly combat the bloating caused by fermentation. Let me explain this with a whiteboard-style analogy. Imagine your intestines are a garden hose. Gas and food can create pressure if the hose is kinked. Ginger works like increasing the water flow, pushing things along. Fennel is like loosening the kink, allowing trapped pressure to escape. Together, they restore smooth flow. Here's how to make the drink. Boil a cup of water, add 1 to 2 slices of fresh ginger or 1-2 teaspoon of ginger powder. Add 1-2 teaspoon of crushed fennel seeds. Let steep for 5 to 7 minutes, then sip slowly. You'll notice that within 2 to 5 minutes, the feeling of fullness and tightness begins to ease. And here's the metabolic bonus. Ginger also supports insulin sensitivity and circulation, while fennel contains antioxidants that can reduce inflammation in the gut lining, helping long-term gut health and reducing the likelihood of chronic bloating. One important tip: for maximum effect, drink this infusion between meals or right at the first sign of bloating rather than after a very large meal. This targets the gas-producing bacteria before pressure builds too high. So far, we've covered lemon water to stimulate stomach acid and bile flow, peppermint to relax smooth muscles and release trapped gas, ginger fennel infusion to regulate gut bacteria and prevent fermentation. But what if your bloating is coming from water retention, inflammation, or sluggish lymphatic flow? That's exactly what the fourth drink targets, and it's one of the fastest ways to feel lighter in just minutes. The fourth and final drink works in a completely different way by targeting water retention, inflammation, and sluggish lymphatic flow, which are hidden contributors to that puffy, bloated feeling. Here's what's really happening inside your body. Bloating isn't always about gas. Sometimes it's about excess fluid trapped in your tissues. This is especially common after salty meals, during hormonal fluctuations, or when your liver and kidneys aren't optimally clearing fluids. Think of your body like a sponge. When everything is flowing properly, your kidneys filtering, your lymph moving, your circulation active, the sponge stays just the right level of hydrated. But if fluids accumulate, the sponge becomes swollen. That's when your belly, legs, or even face feel puffy. Now, the solution is both simple and delicious: cucumber and parsley water with a squeeze of lemon. Let's break down why this works. Cucumber is naturally high in water and contains potassium, which helps balance sodium levels. This encourages your kidneys to excrete excess fluid rather than letting it accumulate in tissues. Parsley is a potent diuretic and anti-inflammatory herb. Research shows it can help the body gently remove water and reduce swelling without depleting essential electrolytes. And remember the lemon from our first drink? It not only supports stomach acid, but also stimulates liver detoxification pathways, helping your body clear excess waste and fluid more efficiently. Here's how to make this quick anti-bloating drink. Take a glass of warm or room temperature water, add 3 to 4 fresh parsley sprigs, slice a few cucumber pieces, and add to the water. Squeeze in half a fresh lemon. Let it infuse for a minute and sip slowly. The moment you drink this, your body starts responding. Potassium encourages fluid balance, parsley activates gentle diuresis, and lemon supports digestion and liver function. Many people notice a subtle but real reduction in bloating within 2 to 5 minutes. Here's the physiological takeaway. This drink isn't just a temporary fix. By reducing inflammation, supporting lymphatic flow, and balancing electrolytes, you're addressing one of the root causes of recurring bloating, not just masking the symptom. A small behavioral tip: if you're prone to bloating after meals, sip this drink slowly over 5-10 minutes instead of gulping it. Slow intake allows your body to adjust and start moving fluids naturally. Now you've got 4 powerful science-backed drinks, each targeting a different cause of bloating. Lemon water stimulates stomach acid and bile. Peppermint tea relaxes intestinal muscles and releases gas. Ginger fennel infusion regulates gut bacteria and fermentation. Cucumber parsley lemon water reduces water retention and inflammation. Together, they give you a full toolkit to stop bloating naturally, often in as little as 2 minutes. If this has been helpful so far, take a moment to subscribe. I share these types of practical physiology-based health strategies every day. Now that we've walked through all 4 of these powerful drinks, let's take a moment to tie everything together and understand why they work so effectively. First, remember this: bloating is rarely just about what you ate. It's a signal from your body, a communication system telling you that something in your digestive process, gut environment, or fluid balance isn't functioning optimally. Here's what we've learned today. Lemon water awakens your digestive system by stimulating stomach acid and bile flow. This ensures your food is broken down efficiently, reducing the chance of fermentation and gas buildup. Peppermint tea relaxes your intestinal muscles, allowing trapped gas to move and relieving pressure. It's like unclogging a backed-up hose in your gut. Suddenly, everything flows more smoothly. Ginger fennel infusion balances gut bacteria and minimizes fermentation. By targeting the microbiome and improving motility, it prevents the overproduction of gas that causes bloating. Cucumber parsley lemon water addresses fluid retention and inflammation. By supporting the lymphatic system, balancing electrolytes, and reducing swelling, it tackles bloating caused by water accumulation, not just gas. When you combine these 4 strategies, you're not just masking symptoms, you're attacking the root causes of bloating from multiple angles: digestion, gut motility, bacterial balance, and fluid regulation. The beauty of these drinks is that they are simple, natural, and immediate. You don't need complicated supplements or medications. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. You can use these tools today and feel the difference within minutes. Here's a practical challenge for you. Try just one of these drinks today. Notice how your body responds and track the change in bloating, energy, and comfort. Then experiment with another the next day. Over a few days, you'll start to feel lighter, more energized, and in control of your digestive health. Think of this as a way to tune into your body's signals and give it exactly what it needs. Not just masking symptoms, but restoring balance. Small, consistent actions like these compound into significant improvements in health, weight management, and overall vitality. If this video added value to your health toolkit, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. Join a community of people who are learning to optimize their health naturally with science, simplicity, and sustainable practices. Remember, bloating is not inevitable. With the right tools, understanding, and consistent habits, you can reclaim comfort, energy, and confidence in your body. Start today. Sip, notice, and feel the difference. Your digestive system is smart, and it responds when you support it in the right way.